Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary by Digby. This is going to be the loser set between go.go and Much. Yeah, it looks like go.go is going to be starting in the bottom left-hand corner in teal, upper right-hand corner we have Much in purple, and just to give my bias straight out, I'm a Much fan. I love Much. I think he's one of my favorite, he's probably my third favorite CJ Antis guy. Actually no, it's his second favorite CJ Antis guy. You guys can figure out who my first is, and CJ Antis is my favorite team, so just so you guys know my bias. Go Much. go.go though, also a really good player. I wanted to see him advanced, and it'll be actually interesting because this is Andromeda. Keep in mind, I feel like tanks are very strong in this map because again, once you get into a certain position, you can siege 2 bases and resupply lane right on that ramp. Looks like Much is sending down a probes to get down a pylon right near that ramp. But yeah, as you can see, maybe we'll get a spot of it. Doesn't look like you're going to see it there, but from one position you can siege 2 bases and that ramp. And I think that, not to say that overpowers tanks, maybe we'll see in statistics as it moves on, but I do think he's going to have his work cut out for him. And it looks like go.go sending out a really early scout. He's got another SCV kind of, I'm not sure what's with that second SCV. Looks like it might be sent out in the second. But no, okay, go.go going for some cheese, building barracks in the middle of the ramp. Now, a couple questions for Much on this side is, one, does he decide to go 2-gate? I can't imagine him going 2-gate on this map. This is really calculated in the go.go's part. First of all, a map that is pretty strong for Terran. Basically, they say the best cheese is the cheese they don't expect. I don't know who says that, but I say it. The best cheese is the cheese that you don't expect. 2 barracks going down. This is a map which is pretty solid, Terran versus protoss as it is. A lot of cross position where you can't see what's going on. It doesn't look like Much sent that probe scout straight across. And this is basically the best setup actually for this sort of cheese, because basically go.go is just betting that it's kind of relying on these cross positions. Gas going up now for Much. So it looks like he's going to be going for a standard Dragoon build. And you really need the observers out pretty quickly to kind of get an eye on your opponent to see what he's doing, as well as kind of that upper level tech, just because of the distance on this map as well. So he's really playing kind of the map to his favor. And this is, I think this is appropriate cheese, I should say, if there is such a thing. I think this is a really good situation to have cheese in for a go.go. So anyway, we'll see if it ends up working out for him, though. It's a little harder with the I think what he's really hoping for was kind of a 14 Nexus where Much is going for a Nexus early, maybe just trying to go for a quick economic advantage or something like that, but he'll still have a pretty good shot at this. Now Much coming across the base, sitting in that probe scout, and he now knows something is afoot, the game is afoot now. The question is how is Much going to counter this? Will he be able to get a second gateway down in time? Will he be able to pull the probes off? He's getting a shield battery on his front door, so if you guys aren't aware of what a shield battery does, it does exactly what it sounds like it does. It replenishes, not base damage, but the shield of all the protoss units. So that'll be very useful for me to kind of do back and forth hits, and that'll also create a little bit of a barrier for those Marines to go in. It looks like 3 Marines pushing up. It looks like a second SCV pulling up alongside. It's only a single probe and a single zealot at the front door. And as you can see, more probes now pushing off the line, realizing that knocking at the front door already. So wow. So it looks like about a bunch of probes. Interesting kind of attack formation there from Much. That looks like the SCVs and the Marines pushing in right now, and probes coming off the line. They're almost an obstacle to the I almost want to call them Dragoons there, to the Zealots as well, though, so he needs to be careful here. go.go just trying to bait Much out of position, and a lot of Marines there already, and I don't know how Much is going to fight this off, if he even can fight this off at this point. Those SCVs pushing up, getting a supply depot to block those Zealots out. Brilliant maneuver by Much, pushing those probes back behind, going to try to get in that Marine line. It looks like he already took 1 Marine out. It looks like he's going to be able to get 2 Marines out, and this might be the difference here. 1 Zealot down, though, second Zealot is out, and still that Zealot pinned to the bottom corner, so Much now getting those 2 Zealots regathered. So go.go actually I still think he's in a very strong position, but that shield battery doing all the difference there. Looks like another Zealot down, but still with that single Zealot versus 3 Marines, the 2 SCVs. Looks like that secondary score of second Zealot out. So actually these 2 SCVs versus the 3 Marines. Now that was a really clever maneuver on go.go, but a nice counter maneuver there by Much, bringing those probes down the lane. I'm not sure if he might have used that kind of that drone shift trick. kind of the return minerals thing to get past. I'm not sure if that's legal. Well, it's obviously legal in this tournament because they didn't pause. Another SCV getting picked off there. The SCVs are important to keep those Zealots, because Zealots in on Marines, they just do damage so fast, they kill the Marines really quickly. Obviously the advantage Marines range, second SCV down, but now the question is will he be able to get the critical mass? But keep in mind that that 7 score is up. We're going to see a Dragoon here in a minute. As soon as that Dragoon is up, this is going to be completely shifted around, because first of all, Much will have the high ground to fight this off, and then he'll be able to run in additionally with the Zealots. 4 Zealots being produced now, more SCVs pushing up, trying to do as much damage as possible before that Dragoon comes out. Might end up losing an additional Zealot here. Actually, no, it doesn't end up losing that Zealot. There you saw that shield battery in use was able to recharge all of those Zealot shields. Additional Zealot down. Now more probes coming off the line to try to defend against these Marines. The Marines backing off a little bit, and the Dragoon's still not out, and that's going to be huge. So it looks like go.go in a very strong position here, and Much can do some sort of miracle here with these probes. The probes driving the rest of the Marines back. Didn't end up losing as many probes as I thought he would right there. And still, I'm going to assume that there's Dragoons being produced now, which is why they aren't coming out. And that shield battery just keeping those ults alive. Now we see that first Dragoon, but honestly, still a lot of Marines out in the field there. And he needs to be careful, otherwise he's going to lose that Dragoon as well. But this is definitely going to help the shift, especially with that high ground, especially with those Zealots alongside, because Marines have to commit in to try to attack that Dragoon, and in the meantime, those Zealots can immediately just turn around and go attacking, and that shield battery can keep that Dragoon up indefinitely. So now Dragoon's being produced, and so now Much actually has, I would say, a little bit of the upper hand here. But again, it still comes down to micromanagement, and we'll see if go.go can shift right back out of this. But now, as you can see, just getting whittled away here. Still trying to put, now 2 Dragoons are out, so now Much definitely in a very strong position here. He'll be able to clean up this force nicely. Those Marines have to commit up to try to take those Dragoons out, and now the Zealots are just going to chase them down. Now he can just continue pushing down. It looks like go.go realizing that he was just kind of just too far economically behind at that point, and that Much had successful fought back the cheese. He was just going to end up getting run over in the long run if he continued playing. So Much ends up winning it. He's going to advance to the final match. go.go is out of the OSL, unfortunately. That's sad. But hope you guys enjoyed it nevertheless. Yay, Much. Thanks for listening.